Hello, Alex. I hope that you will be doing great. And this lecture, second lecture about fractions, finds you very well. So, welcome to this lecture. Fractions. As we are discussing about fractions, like and unlike fractions, these are written on your laptop or computer screen. Number one, like fractions. Fractions with same denominators. Fractions with same denominators are called like fractions. Denominators in the previous lecture, you know very well about the denominator that the lower part of any fraction is called a denominator. So here are like fractions. Example 2 by 3, 5 by 3, 8 by 3, 5 by 20, 10 by 20, 15 by 20. These are above 3 given examples 2 by 3, 5 by 3, 8 by 3. These are our like fractions. In part B, 5 by 20, 10 by 20, and 15 by 20. These are also like fractions. So in this lecture, we will be dealing with definitions and their concepts. Though these definitions are very easy to memorize, but are very essential to have the knowledge, all the knowledge about fractions. And second, we have unlike fractions. So the fractions with different denominators are called unlike fractions. Fractions with different denominators are called unlike fractions. Example, in part A, 17 by 18, 19 by 100, and 3 by 4. All these fractions are holding different denominators, and you know very well about the denominators that the lower part of any fraction is known as a denominator. So here 18, 100, and 4 in example A, these all are different denominators, so these are unlike fractions. Now proceeding to part B, fraction which has a value of 100 by 150. Other fraction is 1000 by 2000, and the last one is 25 by 50. These all fractions are having different denominators: 150, 2000, 50. So these all fractions are unlike fractions. For now, our screen has types of fractions. First of all, unit fraction. When the numerator of any fraction is 1. Whenever the numerator of any fraction is 1, then the fraction is called unit fraction. And you know very well, we have discussed about the numerator in our previous video, that numerator is a value in the fraction which is upper one. So upper value of any fraction is known as numerator. Whenever we get numerator is 1, then that fraction would be a unit fraction. In part A, we can see that we have fractions 1 by 4, other is 1 by 10, and the third one is 1 by 12. So these are unit fractions because all given fractions have numerators having value 1. And in section B, we can easily see that given all three in the last line, fractions are unit fractions: 1 by 2, 1 by 100, and 1 by 175. All of these fractions are having a numerator equal to 1. So these are our unit fractions: 1 by 2, 1 by 100, 1 by 175. So on this page, all given fractions are unit fractions of part A and as well as mentioned in the part B. On number 2, we have proper fraction. When numerator of any fraction is smaller than the denominator, then this is called a proper fraction. When the upper value means numerator is smaller than the down value, then this is known as proper fraction. In part A, we have 2 by 10, B 5 out of 20, C 18 out of 30. In 2 by 10, in first example, which is A, 2 is smaller than 10. So this is a proper fraction. In B, 5 is smaller than 20. So this is also a proper one. And in C, 18 by 30. 18 is smaller, which is a numerator, than the given value 30, which is a denominator. So this is also proper fraction. In point D, 20 by 50. 20 is smaller than 50, so it's a proper one. In E, 50 by 99. This is also a proper one because 50 is smaller than 99, and etc. So from here we can from these given definitions, we can generate any fraction which fulfills the requirement of a given definition about related to fractions. Third one is an improper fraction, which is an opposite fraction to proper fraction. So this is very easy to memorize. When the numerator is greater than the denominator, when the numerator is greater than the denominator, then this is called an improper fraction. An improper fraction. Improper fraction is a fraction which has greater numerator and smaller denominator. Example, from A we can see a fraction 20 by 10. 20 is greater than 10, so it's an improper fraction. In B we can see 100 by 50. 100 is greater than 50, so this is also an improper one. In C we can see 9 by 5. 9 is greater than 5, so this is also an improper fraction. In D we can see that this is 3 by 2, which is also an improper fraction because 3 is greater than 2 and 3 is a numerator here. In E we can see 12 by 4. 12 is greater than 4, so this is also this is also an improper fraction. And in F we can see 1000 by 500. So 500 is smaller than the 1000, and 1000 is here a numerator which is greater than 500, and 500 is a denominator here. So according to the definition, this is also an improper fraction. Here on this page we have created graphs of like fractions. We have three like fractions here: 5 by 8, 3 out of 8, and third one is 4 out of 8. We have also made under these fractions three equal divided graphs. Each graph has 8 parts, as all three of these fractions are holding same denominator, so these are all like fractions. In the same way, all of these three graphs are having the same divided box. Each box has 8 further parts. So under fraction 5 by 8 we have marked with blue marker 5 boxes out of 8. In the same way, under fraction 3 out of 8, we have marked 3 boxes out of 8. And in the last one, under 4 by 8, we have marked 4 boxes with blue color. So these all graphs are now the graphs of like fractions. Now here we discuss about graphs of unlike fractions. We have three unlike fractions, as we know that when denominators are changed, then the given fractions are known as unlike fractions. So 2 by 3, 5 by 8 and 4 by 6, these all are unlike fractions. And under 2 by 3 fraction we have three boxes, out of which two are marked with blue pen. And in second fraction, under second fraction 5 by 8, we have marked five parts of these of this graph out of 8. And in the same way we have marked four parts uh, out of 6 in this graph in the third one. So the mark when we mark such graphs in these graphs, we make sure one thing, that we only mark the numerator parts of any fraction. We always mark those parts of a fraction which are numerators. So all of these top given fractions, 2 by 3, in this 2 by 3 fraction, 2 is a numerator, so we will mark two parts of the given down graph. And in the same way we will mark five parts of this graph. And in third one we will mark four parts out of 6, because we will represent only numerator values while marking a graph. In the down half of this page, we are seeing some unit fractions: 1 by 5, 1 by 7, and 1 by 10. So here, as 1 is numerator, so we will mark only one part of the from out of the all parts of the given graph. As 5 is denominator here, so we will divide this graph into 5 equal parts. Then we will only mark the numerator value, which is 1. In the same way, in second unit fraction we have 1 by 7, so 7 is our denominator. So first we will draw a graph which will have 7 equal parts. Then we will mark only one part of this graph, so this will also become a unit graph. Here third one is also a unit fraction, which is 1 by 10. And now first we see on our denominator is 10. So first we will draw a graph which will have 10 equal parts, which will be representing our denominator value, which is 10. After that we will only mark a single section of this graph to make this graph a unit fraction. So this is all for now, and all these definitions were too much easy, and you need to memorize these all definitions. And do remember that a PDF file will also be sent with this video. You have to attempt all the instructions given on that PDF file. So take care, Alex. Bye.